Okay? This 5-speed don't have any provision for a kicker, does it?
No.
Okay, so I'm putting a bid together for this thing. Can I get a kicker assembly?
Yeah.
How much is it?
About 250 probably, 500 at the most.
Rudy?
Grand.
It'll run you some money.
$1,130.
$1,500.
For a 5-speed, yeah, what was it?
Fuck that kicker shit, man.
It's about $900.
Mine was only, for my Sporty, it was only 250.
Well,
But that might be
but
just
see,
because
this
it's
is for
sports.
the- like if you go on a 5-speed, I seen
Yeah.
them before, and
there's quite a bit that goes into this.
I would never ride a kicker again, dude.
All right. The other thing you got to remember, if you go electric starter, then you got to have the clutch hub to go with it, which means then you've either got to have a belt system or you've got to have a primary system. Then you got to decide, okay, am I going to run a belt? Am I going to run a chain? Am I going to run an open primary? What am I going to do?
buy a new one and don't.
There's Rudy. Throw it away, man. Buy a new one. Sign up for them payments for the next 7 years.
Double payments.
Double payments. Okay.
Turning Japanese over there.
So basically the dyna transmission looks very, very similar to this. The mounting is different on it. Okay? Like I say, I'm pretty sure this is FL here. Okay? One of the things that we get into with this transmission
Oh, mounts forward.
is this sleeve right here. This is one of the problem areas. Anybody know why?
What, 'cause it's pressed and slips off or what? Starts,
It's the weak point of the pulley.
No, it's not the weak point in the pulley, not this sleeve here.
You have problems with
What does this sleeve actually do?
takes up space, radio space, what?
Okay. What this sleeve does is this is the inner bearing race for the primary. Okay? Remember me just telling you how on the wide primary belt drives, how they run these big plates to keep things from twisting? When I got this engine and I'm under hard acceleration and I got a big inch engine, that chain's pulling on that transmission, isn't it? That thing, that tranny and that engine are literally doing this, or they're trying to. That engine's trying to pull that transmission to it. Okay? This shaft here holds the clutch. Power goes into the transmission, comes out here. We see how far this is out. Okay? We got no bearing support in this. That's why you see them big belt drives. They got a bearing out here. They've got an outer plate that's, you know, blinged up. It's been NCD milled into fancy designs, this and that and the other thing. But its job is to hold the plate, hold the bearing, and support this shaft. In stock applications, what's happening with us with the blowers, this sleeve, when you press it on, there's a given distance that it has to be away from this 5th gear sleeve. This is pressed on, that's all it is.
It moves?
It moves.
Yeah.
And even with red Loctite on them, they'll move.
Go with the black.
Go green.
Green.
Well, what happens when that seal goes bad?
Then you're fucked. You gotta heat it up, get it off,
Yeah,
cut it off or something.
okay. The problem that you have with most of the high horsepower bikes and the guys that really beat on them hard, this sleeve goes in and tags the seal and tears it up, and then you get a leak. Okay? The other
bearing,
issue that happens with this sleeve, now you got a leak and you got the seal tore up, you can't get the tool in there. I'm going to show you a trick on how to get it apart without taking a doggone cutoff wheel and grinding this thing off. Not many guys know how to do that. Okay? All right, let's go back to the slides.